Hey YouTube, welcome back. We're still working on our Juggernaut here, and we're going to start off where we left off. Last time we got to this point, we rounded out a pin to where we could make this hand rotate in the direction we want, so that we can get that grabbing pose that we need. Upon inspection of the two left hands, I've actually found that the hand holding the street sign, I mean, if you look really close, they almost look identical. They're not. The one on the left is a fair bit bigger, and that's going to work for what we want. Like I said, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having Juggernaut rip Deadpool in half and string his guts across the parking lot. So let's get started. Modifications to this hand. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the street lamp, and we're just going to take a pair of clippers and hack that out of there. Looks like we don't want to go all the way through because his thumb is right in the way. So stop just short of the thumb. Take your X-Acto knife. So I can get some light there. And you're just going to want to poke right at the edge of the lamp with your X-Acto knife. And poke. And poke. Plop. So the reason we did that is because we don't want to damage this thumb. Now, it's a little scuffed up, it's a little scratched looking right there. But we're okay with this. This is going to get hidden. It'll also clean up. Another thing I've noticed is by doing this, it actually makes it look like his little brass knuckles here go all the way around instead of stopping at his fingers. It's like he's holding something. Let's see here, the bottom side, we're going to do the same almost on the bottom side, but instead of like last time where we had to stop at the thumb, we're going to stop right here at the base of the palm of his hand. So get our clippers situated right before the knuckles. Boom. A little clip there. I probably could have went a little deeper, but you know, fear. Let's set it on the table and just take our knife and push, using just the tip of the blade. Stab at it a couple times here. Just be safe. Don't prick your finger. Okay, there's that side. Now we move on to the next fun part. This is your standard Army Painter hand drill set. All these pen drills work great. I have not found one that doesn't work great. This one has a nifty little cap in the bottom for holding interchangeable heads, as where this much older brand just comes with a multi-pack of different sizes depending on the size bits you want to use. This older brand is great for using on larger bits. I have a few other brands, but I feel like there's no point in showing you guys those. If you own a pen drill, you know, they're all the same. They're all special. But in this situation, I'm going to use my rigid pen drill. Yeah, that's going to happen. Let's see. Take a look at Deadpool here. Get an idea of how far we want to go. That. This is pretty close. Actually, where did I put that street lamp? That's the perfect gauge. Okay, I got it. We're a little small. Crank it up a notch. that's real close. I'd rather it be too small than too big. We can always make the hole bigger. That's not a problem. Making a hole smaller, on the other hand, well, that's a nightmare. We safely chuck it up in our drill. Ta-da! Okay. We're gonna look at his hand, and we're gonna want the drill bit to be parallel with the knuckles, and use the old location of the street lamp as the starting point for your drill set. Also, if you use an actual drill, put it on high. It's safer. You can put it on slow, but it's going to chew up the plastic a little more. You really want to lay into this, so when you squeeze the trigger, full send it. Just be patient. Go slow. Okay. Now look. It's confetti. We actually, you know what? I really kind of like the way this looks. We're going to keep this. Y'all are going to see this come back in a later video, maybe even this one. I have some nifty ideas for that. Alright, let's go a little further. Let's pull it out and see how far we are in. Whoops. Measuring tool. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're in there pretty deep. That's yeah. That's deeper than your sister. So we're good there. Now on the bottom of this hand comes the boring part. We're going to clean it up a little bit with a knife. Kniffy. I could go for some coffee right now. A little scratching. Our little pokey spots, make them go away. Yeah. Sand and stick. A little more here on the knuckles, just to kind of pretty it up some, because we're not trying to be lazy. There's plenty of lazy people in the world. We shouldn't be one. This is our hobby. We're going to take our time. We're going to do it right. We're going to give this a little rim job here. And just take the tip of your knife, rotate your plastic around. World's smallest little lipped edge there. There we go. Stick something in there, twist it. There we go. Okay, cool confetti plastic. We're just going to shove you over here to the side for now. I'm not joking when I say I've got plans for that. The texture of it is fairly unique looking, and I think I can do some neat things with it. It's very springy. I think it might even work good for organs on Mr. Pool here. Okay, let's move that. Too much red is too much red. Drill. Let's just shove these off to the side for now. Okay. Alright, hand location. We're going to do about like that right there, which is definitely not where his hand's supposed to be. His hand is supposed to be up like this. We're going to put it on like this. And you know what? It's going to look good. Why is it going to look good? It's going to look good because we say it looks good. I like it. And when it's done, you guys are going to like it too. Alright, get it in place. Get some of our extra thin here. Make sure my line is where I want it. Right there, looks good. Boom. And that's all there is to it. Just hold it for a second. Yep, not long enough. Okay. Let's get us another dab of glue on there, just for sweet measure. Alright. Now, Mr. Juggernaut's head. As I said in the last video, his head, we're not going to put him facing that way. We're going to rotate this bad boy right about there. Alright, let's see if we can't plastic weld that into place. We'll just get it started, and then we can go around. He still thinks he's an Egyptian. Okay. Head is properly rotated. Now, we're going to tack glue it in a couple places. If you're watching this right now, please go to the comments. Remind me to pick up a new bottle of Tamiya Extra Thin. I've got 4 or 5 laying around here, and I've literally forgotten where I have placed them. This is not an expensive product, as you can see. So having a couple bottles of it laying around ain't gonna hurt no feelings, because that bottle gets put into this bottle to make more sprue goo, which we're going to use a lot of sprue goo in the coming days. Okay, so this is our Juggernaut. He's nowhere near finished. We've got a little bit of ways to go. I've got to pick up some more wax paper. We're going to use wax paper when we get into our green stuff portion, because in the model, you can see it here in the background, he's got this rim edge that goes around his shoulder. That's all fine and dandy, but we want the Juggernaut from the movie. This outfit has to be changed. So this rim edge is going to get turned into tattered cloth. We got to put a name tag here, and we got to put a suture and some buttons here. And that's all going to be with, well, green stuff, milliput. It's going to be a combination of things and whatever we get our hands on. Deadpool's going to be like this, and he is going to be in 2 pieces. The base terrain that I would like to use for Juggernaut, I have not currently gotten my hands on. We won't be using this base. He will not be in this pose when he is done. When he is done, he will be like this. Yeah. So he will be standing upright. He will be ripping Deadpool apart, and his guts will be strung out all over everything. I don't want to say what bits I would like to use for propping his foot, because I am having a difficult time finding them, and if I can't find them, I'm going to have to make something myself, and that could be a whole nother video on its own that I think y'all would actually like. So for now, I think we're going to call it here, until I come up with some extra bits and parts. We could technically go on to the painting process at this point. It does need to be primed, and we'll probably do an airbrush video on that. For you guys using a rattle can, if you say something in the comments, I'll do a rattle can video, and I guarantee you, you're doing it wrong. You poor suckers are out there in the middle of this 108 degrees heat that we're having in the south today, spray painting your miniatures in direct sunlight and wondering why your plastic is textured. That's because the chemicals coming out of the can are coming out at a rapid rate, so when they touch the model gets wet. But the particulate from the spray is drying in mid-air because our heat is so high that those particles are sticking to the wet on the plastic. At that point, you get what's called popcorning. It's a thing. It happens a lot. We also see this in the wintertime because of humidity and because paint freezes in mid-air. Same concept. So the biggest thing about using your rattle can sprays is check the temperature. You're probably better off doing it at night if you're in the south. If you're up north, you're probably better off making a spray booth out of a cardboard box. Sip of water. I feel smarter. A little bit of smart water there. But yeah, this Juggernaut's meant to be a fun project that's going to take a while. There's going to be multiple sections to this video. If you join the journey, maybe you can even get ahead of me. But yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see me work on next, and we'll work on that. This, I'm going to have to think more on this. We got a long way to go, and I'm just realizing how far. But we're not done with it. I have high hopes. You guys have a great day. Take care. Good night.